In this video, we are going to discuss Microsoft Windows 11 in details. As we promised before, we are going to learn all the settings in detail, in depth. If you go to Windows settings, you will find on the left side all the menus. Under each menu, there are further more details we'll be covering in this video. Microsoft Windows 11 has more productivity features with quick access in the taskbar widgets, which can be customized to users' personal preferences. For example, teachers can get live updates on current events like what their class students in their classes are doing, the latest school schedule, family emails, and student assignments. We are going to cover today system settings. Under settings, the system settings are there. You can see. You can find all these details. We'll be going through each and every menu one by one in details. And click the menu of account or the username, whichever username you are logged in, who is admin or cannot be even admin. If you go, we will find all the details. We will cover this in our upcoming video when we cover up personalization, apps, and accounts. There is a video for Android apps. You can check. I will put the link in description. Let's get started on system settings. Under system settings, first thing comes is name of the laptop or name of the PC system, whatever you are using. You can even use Microsoft Windows Surface devices. Those are touchpads. You can rename the device. Simply click there. You can rename it like Alpha. Next, it will ask you to reboot to for the settings to be changed. Yeah, you need to reboot. I will reboot later, and then we can see our laptop's name will be changed. Here are further Microsoft Office 365 that comes with my email account, OneDrive, and Windows Update. Windows Update is the last at the last menu. We'll be covering that. Well, I have enrolled as Windows Insider, that is developer program. I'm getting a nightly release. That release number is 22610.1. So system will download, has already downloaded. It's actually installing right now. When we reach update, we'll show you how. Next, we have display. Under display, you can increase the settings. These settings will appear mostly on laptops or touch devices. Help improve battery by optimizing the content shown and the brightness. If you play a video or a 4K something images, it will show you better brightness, faster uh, image resolution. If it's a normal regular image, if you turn on, the next one is night light. If you turn on night light, it will use warmer colors to help block the blue light. If we click, you will see the difference. It extracts the blue light. You can go to further details. You can strengthen the light, how much blue light will be used and how much will not be used. You can schedule it. For example, if I want to schedule it from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m., I will schedule it. I can change the schedule according to my location and according to the location services I'm using. I don't like these colors much. HDR, you can simply check if you are using high high dynamic range or high graphics, better graphics. HDR is high dynamic range of graphical videos or images. You can see use HDR, that is not supported, but on my display, internal display, but video streaming is supported. when I'm streaming video, if I don't want HDR to be used as it will use a lot of processing, I can disable it. I can toggle to calibrate this display, turn on HDR stream. It is recommending. You can even preview. You can preview here as well. If you click, you can see how the image, you can see the large screen. HDR is on. When we turn it off, you can see a clear difference in the graphics that are being shown. If your display supports using HDR, it will show supported and you can enable it. The next menu is volume. We can choose from where the volume will come out, the audio. You can use audio speakers if you have. What will be the volume, left channel, right channel, and you can use the hertz also. What will be the audio output frequency, and you can select here which enhancements will be used. If you want default device effects, you can choose that. If you don't want any effects, for example, you are not using some special speakers like Dolby surround, you can turn it off. Further, you can turn on the, if you are using Windows Sonic headphones, you can turn on the 3D audio sound system. If you need more details, you can get apps from Microsoft Store. Next are notifications. Notifications can be simply accessed from clicking on the time in Windows 11, or you can do the settings from notifications. If you don't want to be disturbed, you can simply click do not disturb on, or if you don't want any notifications at all, you can disable all the notifications. If you enable, still it will ask you, give you options what kind of notifications you would like to be prompted by. You like to play a sound if a notification will be shown on the lock screen, or this is the lock screen when you log in before you log in, or you show reminders and incoming voice over IP calls, VoIP, that is like Zoom or Microsoft Teams or Skype on the lock screen. If you're at the lock screen and somebody is calling, it should show an alert. That is what it says. Do not disturb. If you turn it on, no notifications will be shown, but whenever you like, you can see the notifications there. They will appear like this. If you there is do not disturb button here as well on the notifications menu as well. You can turn on do not disturb automatically. For example, if you are working, you want it daily, you want it weekends, weekdays, and from what time to what time, you will not be disturbed by the notifications, any email alerts, any calls, nothing. When duplicating your display, priority notification banners are also hidden. If you choose that, then it will not show notifications on the duplicated or the second screen. When playing a game, no notifications will be shown. So these are settings of do not disturb automatically. When you are using an app in full screen, for example, I'm using PowerPoint or any video, for the first hour after a window feature is updated, you can set priority notifications also. For example, if you would like voice over calls incoming, any reminders, regardless of app used, and if you would like to add a specific app, for example, right now here we have clock, nearby sharing, snipping tool, Xbox and Xbox bar. We do not have here Microsoft Teams, or we do not have, we can simply go add apps and click Microsoft Teams. So it will add that. If you would like to remove any app, you can click there, that three dot menu, simply click remove, it will remove that. That means even if you are on do not disturb, your priority notifications will be from the clock. That means if you have any alarm set up or any apps that you have added here. If you would like, for example, a Skype call, or you want to receive any battery saving tips, or any call from Microsoft Teams, it will show you there. Now, under notifications, this you can see Microsoft has given very easy menu navigation. Before, we used to click there a home button, we go back, then we come back from Bluetooth or system devices, then from system we go to notifications. And if I'm there, now I'm simply going back one step. Now, Focus Assist is available. You can start Focus Assist for how many minutes. You can increase the time also. It goes by 15 minutes uh, margin. You can set the duration, show timer alert, clock app, you show taskbar apps, show flashing, or turn on do not disturb. If you start that, it will start the, you can see it will start the timer, and it will allow you to keep your work, keep up with your work. If there are any to do, it will show you there. You can see that notification here as well in the notification bar. Any notification, you will not be alerted, but you will receive the notifications once you have completed the focus session. So let's skip this. We'll move next to notifications. I believe we are done with the notifications. This is a wonderful idea. Just like our mobile devices, we have ability to turn on notifications by app. Every app we can choose what kind of notifications will be shown. If you don't want notifications to be shown, what type, at top, if they are high priority, normal priority, or regular, whatever you show. The system has default settings. If you don't want any app to be shown, you can simply disable this one like that, toggle it, and no notifications will be shown, just like our mobile these days, mobile phones. Next, after notifications and focus, we have power and battery. You can see our usage. It allow my device to sleep. If you choose that, it will lower the brightness as it has done now. I will go back and I will choose to increase the brightness as I don't want to be, I don't like the lower brightness as I'm already using high brightness. Next we have there is screen to sleep. Screen will sleep if I do not touch or do not perform any function or anything on my system. On power battery, it will turn off my screen in 3 minutes. On plugged in after 5 minutes. On power battery, device will sleep after 3 minutes, and device will unplugged in device will sleep after 5 minutes. Next, we are using power mode. We have by default there are 3 power modes. If you would like to know more about power consumption and carbon emission, you can simply click this link. It will take you to the Microsoft website where you can read more details about power consumption and carbon emission, how Microsoft is helping save the environment. Next option under power and battery is battery saver. If the system's battery goes to 20%, or we can choose never, we can choose at 50%, the system will turn on the battery saver. If you would like to turn on now, it will turn on now. What happens is it reduces the usage of the system. If I don't like, I will just turn it off. So I go back to normal. Or right now my battery is enough, 51%. I'm good with that. Next option is lower the screen brightness when we are using. We can disable it. So when we turn on the battery, the screen brightness will not be low. At least other features like processing or RAM or background processes will be stopped, but screen will remain same. If you have any issues, you can simply look for help from web or you can change the power mode. After power and battery, we have our storage. Storage, you can see each and every device, what is the hard disk we are using, how much is it, and how much our applications are consuming the disk space. Which folder has how many files or how much data GBs or KBs it is using. If you see installed app, each app by each app category, it shows you the app usage, how much disk space the app is consuming. Further, you can even clear up temporary files. If you click there, your downloads, this download, I will keep it because you can check from here Windows Update. We just check that the system is downloading the new update. So I will keep these files because I need the new update to be installed. Update, Windows Update cleanup. From the previous update, the system has left 671 MB files. Delivery optimization files also, they are same from Microsoft updates of different files. For example, if you go to Store, Microsoft Store, you go to library, you can see if I click get updates, I get all the apps. Under apps, if there are any updates available, the system will automatically download the new updates. Those update files will come here after they have installed the update. The downloaded files will still show. So I can clear them up. Same with Windows temporary files, Defender antivirus and device driver packages, thumbnails, temporary files, and etc. So if you like, you can simply delete these files. You can remove files. It will clear up a huge chunk on your system. I have selected 5.5 giga, 5.5 GB of disk space. Now you can see how many apps this app has just been updated. I will not clear anything for now. Let's go to storage again. So you can check the storage sense. You can, if you enable the storage sense, it will automatically clear up those files after 30 days. This is default. If you would like, you can set to never. You can set to a day, 14 days, or 60 days, whatever you choose. For example, updates I have downloaded, I believe I'm okay with them if they are deleted those files automatically after 14 days, or you can delete the files and folders in my download folder. If I haven't opened them for more than 1 day, 30 day or 60 days, it will automatically delete. But maybe some files I will need them. If you click here after changing, click run storage sense now, it will clear your storage according to the sense you have entered. You can clean up recommendations. Just as we saw before, this is the biggest file, 11 GB. The system does not want to keep it as it is not clear that this file is being used or not used, and this is a useful file or no to the system, because most of the updates after installing, they should be removed. So we go back to clean up recommendations. We go to temporary files. We can see we have to delete those files, or you can go to advanced storage settings. Storage used on other drives. If you have any other drive, for example, I have currently only one drive. If I have more, it will show here. Where new content is saved, storage spaces, disk volume, backup option, and driver optimization. I will click backup options. If you have any backup, Windows backup, you can set that up to OneDrive. You just log into OneDrive setup syncing. You log into your Windows OneDrive Microsoft account, and it will automatically back up your all the files from your desktop, from your download or My Documents to your backup in OneDrive on cloud. That will keep your system safe. You can restore it at any time in case your Windows goes bad. Next, we have nearby sharing. Windows have improved nearby sharing a lot in Windows 11. Microsoft has improved, sorry. Um, Currently, I have turned it off. If I choose my device only or every nearby device, so it will be enabled by Bluetooth sharing. If I receive files, they will go to the download folders. If I select like this, I can change the location. Your device name is by this. We have changed the device name recently. If you would like any privacy statement from Microsoft on sharing nearby devices, you can click that link and go to Microsoft to see. Multitasking. This is a beautiful feature. We did another video. I will add that in the description as well. If you would like, you can have multiple, you can snap multiple windows, automatically resize them. For example, if I'm using this, I can go there and I choose what side by side windows or how many windows I will be using like this. So I can have multiple windows being used at the same time. We have done a complete video on multitasking. Actually, that is by Power Tools. Power Toys, sorry. You can check that in our playlist, Windows. Or you can use Windows Alt and Tab button to switch between other windows. We have to remain on settings, we'll stay there. Recent three tabs, all tabs, or whatever you like. Next is desktops. You can simply go there and you can add more desktops. Microsoft has improved a lot in creating new desktops, means you can have different, for example, if you go to this desktop, second one, now in this one we can have a different personalization setting. That will be, for example, can rename it production or working. I can right click, choose background. I can choose a different background for this one. Let's We can switch the desktop. The first one can be learning, the second one can be learning, and we can add as many as we like. We can simply close by doing this, or right click and click close. It will close the desktops. So when we come to only one desktop, we have that here. Next, in our settings, I will switch back to light mode, personalize. This one I believe we were using. Yes, in settings. So we reached to multitasking. Under multitasking, we have title. In title bar, when I grab a window, for example, like this, you can see that title bar. It shows me how I want this to be. If I enable this, it will go there. If I don't enable it, I disable it, then that title bar will not show. While you are splitting my screen, use the task view, or you can switch which view will be selected. After multitasking, we have activation. Always use original Windows products. Never buy or get any pirated versions because they always spoil up your Windows. And they even expire maybe after a day or two or a week or a month. Then you have to buy the original one in the end and you waste double money and time and effort. So your Windows is activated by a digital license. If you would like, for example, if you are on a home version or a student version or education version, you would like to upgrade to Pro, click change. And here Microsoft will send you in your email after you purchase the new Windows key. It will look like this. 5 chunks of 5 random alphabets and numbers. So you can change that and click change. It will take effect and Windows will get updated. Next, we have troubleshoot. Now, on troubleshooting, we'll have troubleshooting videos for everything. For example, troubleshooting sound, troubleshooting battery or Wi Fi, troubleshooting your printers, and even keyboards. But here it is asking you recommended troubleshooter. Ask me before running. If there is any error your system gets, system will run the default troubleshoot. But it will ask you for permission. If you give it run automatically, then notify me and run automatically. Don't even notify me, just run it and fix it. For example, if you connect it to Wi-Fi and you have IP conflict, it will not connect to your Wi-Fi until that conflict is resolved. Microsoft will run the troubleshoot and that IP conflict will be resolved. Recommended troubleshooter history. If you have any history, it will show here. Any other troubleshooters, you can check internet connections. You can click run, audio, printer, Windows Update, Bluetooth, camera, connection to a workspace using direct access if you have any VPN, incoming connections, keyboard, network adapters, power. So Microsoft has included beautifully in Windows 11 troubleshooting each and every device. You just need to go to System, Troubleshoot, Other Troubleshooters. If you cannot record your audio, you can click that. You can, if your search, you go there and you try to search something. If it does not show up something, for example, Android, if it shows subsystem for Android, that is fine. If it does not show, you have to run the troubleshooter here. Shared folders, video playback, Windows App Store, or any privacy resources. So this troubleshooter will help you to troubleshoot each and every either recommended troubleshooter will run for the whole system or other troubleshooters will run for a specific app or a specific area of the system. Next, what we have is projecting this to this PC. Oh, sorry, we skipped recovery. As we mentioned before, you can fix any problem without resetting your PC. Again, your system will take you to troubleshoot. But you can reset this PC. Reset means you choose to keep or remove your personal files, then reinstall the Windows to the original Windows installation state. If you have any options available, for example, if I create any backup, create a recovery drive, then I can be able to go back to my recovery drive or any image I have created or saved. Any advanced startup, we'll do a Windows startup recovery, advanced startup recovery video as well. You click restart, the system will reboot in advanced recovery mode. Now, projecting to this PC, you can always turn off, turn everywhere available or everywhere on secured networks. If your network you are using is not secure, it will not allow. Ask to project to this PC every time the connection is requested or first time only. For example, if you are connecting your own phone or another device, maybe a smart board or another computer or PC, first time it will ask, then next time it will not ask. Then require for pin for pairing, first time or always, again that same setting. This PC can be discovered. If you don't want, you can turn it off. So this PC cannot be turned on or will be available for projecting to this PC. Next, we have same thing, but the difference is projecting to this PC is on the local network or within the Bluetooth range. Remote desktop is accessing this computer from outside the network, from even it can be from another country or another place. Remote desktop, if you turn it on, it will give you a confirmation you will have to allow and you will have to reboot. You can allow remote desktop users. If you allow on local network, you have to add either on local network or even you can allow the network authentication. For example, if anybody wants to log into your system or access your system remotely, you can at least put an authentication that they are first they log into your network, then they will be able to access your desktop remotely from another building or from outside your premises. Clipboard, as we all know, but the clipboard settings are here. Clipboard history, it will show you the history. Sync across all your devices. If you would like to turn it on, then all the Windows PCs or tabs or Surface or computers that are using this account will, whatever you copy here in this Windows, will be shown on all other devices as well and the history as well. You know, to copy is Control C and to paste is Control Windows V. Windows Control C, Control V, or Windows V will show you the history of clipboard. Whatever the history you have, if you have copied any one, two, three uh, documents, files, or text, it will show. If you would like, you can. Oh, I need to disable that. Clear clipboard data. If you have any file, it will show the clear button. Enable, you click that and it will be clear. About this PC is you can rename the PC, you can get the specifications, what is the generation of the system, processor, how many cores it has, what is the core speed, what is RAM install, usable, and your Windows operating system specification, OS and the OS build when the last it was installed or updated, any online support if you have Lenovo, Dell or HP, you have any product activation key, remote desktop settings, also BitLocker and device manager. We'll go to device manager later. And that will be all for our systems settings. Hope this explains to you. We'll cover up others in our upcoming videos. Thank you very much for watching.